Darren, sitting out a couple of days away from our next Merit League game. The season's going well. It's Bournemouth. It's a side we seem to play a lot. How's the preparation going for you?
Playing against Bournemouth, they're always good games, entertaining games. One thing in terms of our preparation, we've had the 16s and 15s in with us training, which is always good when the players are off school. So one thing I've noticed with the team is that they care about each other, which is why I think some of the results have suggested have been in our favour. You see a group of players that work hard for each other. It's a good team, it's watching a good team, and they encourage each other, they mentor each other, and they're willing to do that extra what the game demands to win football matches. And I think that's probably been the most pleasing with this group of players.
How impressive is that? Because these are they're still young lads, aren't they, that they're taking on that responsibility, you say?
It's impressive in terms of watching from afar as coaching staff. Some of the things that we've put into practice, they're managing to put into place, and they all look like they're enjoying their football, which is sometimes very difficult with a lot of the uncertainty and the anxieties that footballers have to deal with at this time of year.
We were speaking just off before we came in here about Bournemouth, and it's a side obviously that we know well. They pipped us to the Youth Alliance League but have struggled in Merit League One, and I was interested in getting your perspective on why, because you said it was to do with physicality, and you'd argue ours is similar to theirs, but we've managed to win these games. What is the difference then between us and them, do you think, this season?
I probably feel that they've had one or two players, they're stronger players, that have gone out on loan, so they've inherited a younger group. We've done exactly the same. But I feel in terms of we've dealt with the physicality really well of what the league demands now. There's more directness from the opposition and with balls into the box that you've got to deal with. But it's been a good experience for us as a club.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Playing different styles of football must only be a benefit really for players at this stage.
Well, it'll help the players for their development, because we've witnessed many games, Gillingham being won at home park, and teams can become very direct depending on the players and their strengths of the opposition. So it's a part of the game of what demands in dealing with direct balls, and some of the pitches are not very good, which determines the team to be a little bit more direct as well, rather than playing through the thirds, through the build phase. But yeah, it's certainly helped our group, and I felt as a team we've managed that really well.
I know you spoke a couple of weeks ago about your I suppose time at the academy and how we've kind of gone from a side that wouldn't be challenging at the top end of Merit League One and the top end of the Youth Alliance League to now doing that. And you spoke about a load of different things, but the challenge, I suppose, is to stay here, and to keep at this level, isn't it?
Well, there has to be we have to be joined up as coaches, certainly from 16s, 15s, which has been good. Jamie is now taking the 16s, so he's had 2 years at 18s level. So in terms of the messages that are going to be sent. From the first team to myself to Jamie, we're all joined up, it's well connected, so the players know what the standards, what the demands are. It's a jump up from 16s to 18s, and then there's an even bigger jump from 18s to first team, and it's trying to make sure you bridge the gap in between those jumps. But all of us as coaches, we're striving to make sure that the football club develops our own players, but we also develop good people as well, and that's really important to us.
Yeah, and just finally on that, you mentioned that you had the 15s and 16s training because of not being at school, but we've seen quite a few new names in the under 18 side in recent weeks, even with under 16s making that step up. So you're not, the quality is there, but also you're seeing stuff in them that that they can cope with that.
Well, they've managed to gain the experience as well, certainly in the start of this new league. We've had a few players make their debuts, which has been pleasing to see. They can see what the intensity, the level, and the jump that they have to make, and it's good for all the players to try and gain that experience, and we'll do it at the right time. It's important not to rush that. If you've not made a debut for the under-18s, it's not the end of the world, but when they return back for pre-season, I'm sure they'll have an idea of what direction we're looking to go into.
And they could be going into a title-winning team.
Exactly. Keep it up.
Good luck on Thursday.
Cheers.